Hello everyone, we would love to welcome you on our channel. The channel is called Scientific Lectures. We shall basically be taking you through conc science, pure science. Science that is taught at an advanced level. All you have to do is to like, subscribe, follow and comment. And I'm called Sulfite. Let's begin. Yes, after having looked at the various small types of cells, the basic cell structure, cell transport, the various components of a cell. So we want to look at another advanced concept called cell communication. Cell communication. Cell communication. And later we shall look at cell division. Cell division. Under cell communication, we shall be looking at the various ways by which cells talk to one another. Just as you've been told, we are multicellular organism. Me, you, an animal, and a plant and fungi are made up of various cells. So we are going to discuss how those cells work together in a synchronized manner to perform a particular function. Under cell communication, we shall look at the three modes of cell communication. That is cell signaling. Cell signaling. We shall look at cell adhesion molecules. Cell adhesion molecules, or what they call CAMs. Then we shall look at cell junctions. Cell junctions. So we shall look at cell signaling, the various signaling molecules that are produced within the body of an animal or a plant that are responsible for various functions. We shall look at cell adhesion molecules, things like cadherin, integrins, selectins, and others, as we shall see in some time to come. Then we shall look at the cell junctions. These ones are many. We have what they call tight junctions, we have what they call septate junctions, we have what they call anchoring junctions. We shall also venture into this when the right time comes. And under cell division, we shall look at meiosis, we shall look at mitosis, then we shall end with a case study of both. That is, we shall look at spermatogenesis and oogenesis. And this happens in almost all living things that are multicellular, and just as you know, they contain both haploid and diploid stages. So we shall also venture into that, and we shall see the essence of each and everything that we have here on the blackboard. Just as I said, we are going to look at cell signaling today. So what is cell signaling? Cell signaling is a process that occurs within and by cells. A process by which cells communicate with one another in order to carry out coordinated and synchronized activities. And cell signaling ensures that crucial processes occur within living things at the right time. That is the essence of cell signaling. In case it is time for cell division, has it occurred at the right time? Is it occurring at the right place? Because any disorder within cell signaling has a lot of repercussions, as we are going to be discussing. So under cell signaling, we are first going to look at its importance. Does it have any importance? After that, we shall look at the modes of cell signaling. Under here we shall see the various types of signaling molecules, or what some books call ligands. Then we shall look at the types of cell signaling. Then we shall end with receptors. Receptors. So that is what we are going to discuss under cell signaling, and this is something very easy because I trust you are scientists. Getting this concept is at your fingertips. So we are looking at the importances of cell signaling. Number one is cell coordination and regulation. Cell coordination and regulation. So just as you were told from your early levels that every human being begins as a cell shall form a tissue, the tissue shall form an organ, then an organ shall form an organ system, then an organ system shall form a complete organism. So for all these to occur, we need something that coordinates and regulates this. So all this to occur is under the control of cell signaling. So cell coordination ensures that cells carry out their responsibilities in a synchronized way. For example, there is what they call tissue morphogenesis. Tissue morphogenesis is the formation of a tissue. Then the tissue shall later form an organ, then an organ system, then a complete organism. So for these things to be flowing, that yes, if it is, let's say, if it is your formation of your liver, remember your liver is made up of hepatocytes. So to make sure that only the hepatocytes will come together to form the tissue, which tissue shall form your organ, which is the liver. We need cell signaling to make sure that specialized cells are at the right spot to form the right tissue that shall form an organ to carry out a specific function. The other function is disease and pathology. Any disorder or any defect in cell signaling will be responsible for very many diseases and disorders. For example, we've heard of cancer cells. As we shall be discussing later, cancer cells usually arise by disorder in any of the signaling types of signaling. And you know that cancer cells are just what they call uncontrolled cell proliferation. Uncontrolled cell proliferation. That means the cells are dividing in uncoordinated manner, which is just which may arise as a defect in cell signaling. The other thing is homeostasis. So for your body to be able to maintain a constant internal environment, it is under the control of cell signaling. Yes, in your earlier levels, you must have discussed the various hormones, things like ADH, that when your body temperatures go high, the ADH levels also increase, make sure they reabsorb water to cool the body, and other hormones. And all those ones, as we shall be seeing, are under the control of cell signaling. Yes, the other function of cell signaling is environmental sensing. Any changes in the environment are checked for, sensed, and are reverted back to the normal by cell signaling. For example, if you touch a hot object, we usually have what they call a reflex action, which reflex action is controlled by the nervous system. And this will include things like receptors, receptors that shall sense that we've touched a hot object. Then we shall have our nerves here that will transport impulses to the brain and the responsible parts. Then the response shall be transported back to the effectors. So this response is a result of cell signaling, which cell signaling will lead to the generation of an impulse, which impulse shall travel from the receptors, the nerves, then the effectors. That is one case study of environmental sensing. But environmental sensing can cover other aspects, things like when the temperatures go high, when it is very cold. All those are sensed and coordinated for by cell signaling.